the real one team.
Bring your model to life at mcvproducts.net. Now, when it comes to this particular build, two things come to mind: luxury and performance. And that's why I installed a twin turbo kit. Let's see how we got there. Now, the first thing I need to do is a good mock-up. So I'm going to be using white glue to mock up the entire engine, including installing the turbo kit. And this twin turbo kit was purchased at Iceman Collections. I lost one of the turbos, so I got a new set of turbos from Texas 3D Customs. And that's the stock engine, mocked up, looks fabulous. And here's the reference picture for that twin turbo V8. Nasty. Let's install the turbo kit right quick. And the reason I did a mock-up, to make sure everything fitted, of course. Always test fit before you actually install your parts. Now I want to remove that seam on the bottom of the motor, so that's why I applied this putty. And the putty is from Fire Scale Modeler. This putty dries in minutes, ready for sanding. Now I'm going to remove this off the air filter. I need to make room for the twin turbos. Easy as pie. Do some quick sanding. All right, we're in business. Now, the only thing I do not like about this Mr. Finishing Surfacer 1500 Black, it's not enough of it. That can is almost empty. This is everything primed up. And I'm using my trusty aluminum paint, VHT, to take care of that block. And the pulleys and the belts as well. And for the valve covers, I'm trying this Krylon metallic dark metal. I've been having it for a while. And my turbo kit is the Color Shot Heads or Tails, my go-to. This is everything painted up. Now I can put everything together using my favorite Gorilla Super Glue. It doesn't miss. Trust me. That's a good looking block. Now we're going to install some plug wires from Gopher Racing. Now all I got to do is apply the boots. I don't have to drill into this block. They got attachments to put your spark plug wires on. Leave it to Tamiya. Now I know some of y'all are thinking, why in the world would he twin turbocharge a V8 in this beautiful, nice Mercedes-Benz? It actually goes to my childhood. I grew up out east and out west, Nashville. When I stayed with my grandparents out east, the street stars, like I like to call them, they drove Cadillacs and Lincolns, all luxury cars. When you went out west Nashville, it was about performance. That's where you saw the big Mercedes-Benzes, the 500 SECs, SELs, the Porsches, Corvettes, Camaro, IROC Zs, 300 ZX Turbos. It was all about the street racing out there. So that's why I get it. I'm always thinking about performance from living out west. Nashville, that is. And as you can see here, I installed the boots on the factory distributor. And that's everything wired. Real simple. One of the simplest wiring jobs yet when it comes to the spark plugs. This was fun. Now I need to paint up what I believe is the power steering reservoir. I've had enough power steering leaks on my cars in the past to know where it's located. And why I chose orange? That's what the directions call for. So I'm sticking with it. Good old Tesla semi-gloss black. That's going to take care of the pulleys. That paint is still drying, but it'll be spot on once it does. Now this is flat black craft paint I'm using for the belts. Now I'm installing the manifolds for the turbos. And with my story earlier, I never want to promote any type of illegal activities. I'm just telling you how I grew up in the early 80s. If you was there, you was there. You understand where I'm coming from. I went to the army to avoid all of that. It took me a little while, but I got the things I wanted and desired by being an upright, standing citizen. God bless me. Amen. Now let's get these turbos installed. This is the part I've been waiting on. Outstanding. Now I'm using brass rod to take care of the rest of the exhaust on the turbos. That's painting in the heads and tails. Now I know some of y'all are going to ask, how much horsepower are you getting out of this Black P.O.E? That's easy. I put it on the 110 dyno, and I'm at about 600 horsepower. I can show you the paperwork if you want to see it. 600 horsepower. That's what my dyno is saying. I don't know what yours would say, but mine, 600 horsepower. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't want to hear it. Installing that fan. That's painted in a flat white with silver as the cap. Install that air filter. And that's the completed engine. That exceeded my expectations. I've been wanting to install that turbo kit for the longest. And this kit, it was a perfect match. I'm not sure how functional it is, but I like it. Let's go ahead and get installed to the chassis. As you can see, the chassis was painted in gloss black. Here goes our wire for the ignition coil. And the actual ignition coil was already molded in onto an inner fender. How I know that? I did some research and I found where it was located. Here goes our radiator hose. And here's the final sneak peek of that amazing twin turbo V8 engine installed in this Mercedes-Benz SEC Lorenzer. I'm telling you what, this build just keeps getting better and better.